And once again, the starters for our first race in behind the gate. Gate is moving. Approaching the top of the stretch, a field of 5 now. There's Brett Handover with John Davidson. Calibrated Ginger, go at Hennessey. Keyed Up and Sam Hodgen. Crafty Frank with Steve Mahar. COCAGNE Battle with Jerry Gallant. Here they come. They're off and Crafty Frank bidding for the lead, but COCAGNE Battle winging to the top on the far outside. The red of the turn, it is COCAGNE Battle pacing out on top, moving to the rail. Crafty Frank is racing second. Calibrated Ginger has a third. Brett Handover racing fourth. Keyed Up trailing the field, and they're up the backstretch now. Driving on to the opening quarter. COCAGNE Battle leads by 2. Crafty Frank sitting pretty second. Calibrated Ginger has third. Brett Handover fourth. And Keyed Up trailing fifth as they race out by the opening quarter, 30 4/5. They're into the top turn, and it's COCAGNE Battle in command. Leads by 2. Crafty Frank, Calibrated Ginger, Brett Handover, and Keyed Up trails. Positions unchanged as they swing off the top turn now and drive on through the stretch. Here they come racing to the half. Up front, COCAGNE Battle. Crafty Frank is second. Calibrated Ginger, that is Brett Handover, and Keyed Up is on the move from the rear of the pack. And Brett Handover is off stride. They were by the half in 102 and 4. Into the turn they go to the 5/8. It is COCAGNE Battle showing the way. Crafty Frank sitting on the rail second. Up on the outside, Keyed Up drives on third, is going on. Keyed Up gets to second now, is lapped on the leader, bidding for the top as they drive to the 3/4 pole. COCAGNE Battle by a neck. Keyed Up driving second. Crafty Frank third at the rail. Then Calibrated Ginger outside fourth. Brett Handover is fifth. They're by the 3/4 pole, 35 and 4. Top turn, COCAGNE Battle. Keyed Up on the outside, hang second. Crafty Frank, he's looking for racing room. It isn't there for him right now. And they're by the 7/8 pole. They're heading for home. It is COCAGNE Battle pacing with the lead. Crafty Frank back to second. Has room to move. Keyed Up on the outside. It is COCAGNE Battle. Keyed Up, Crafty Frank. As they come to the line, it's going to be COCAGNE Battle. He wins this one. Crafty Frank, Keyed Up, Brett Handover, and Calibrated Ginger. And the time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. Parading now the winner of our first race, number 5, COCAGNE Battle. The pacing colt, he's 3 by Shuttle Mission. From It's All a Battle, she by All Win Steady. Entered by John Gallant of COCAGNE, trained and driven by Jerry Gallant. 4th winning trip from 5 starts this year for COCAGNE Battle. This afternoon in 2:7 and 2. Now the starters for the second race behind the gate. Gate is approaching the top of the stretch. 8 starters. Springbrook Chip with Gilles Barrieau. Hillview Kelly, Tim Mercetti. Lady Sunset, John Davidson. Brighton Sister, Doug Falcons. Hillview Joe with Bill Robertson. Island Mercury, Gord Hennessey. DM Starboard with Steve Mahar. And I've Got Control with Charlie Price. Here they come. They're off, and Hillview Kelly steps out, takes the top. Springbrook Chip moving up in along the inside, racing for the lead. They're neck and neck into the turn. It's now Springbrook Chip and Hillview Kelly racing second. Lady Sunset has a third. DM Starboard racing fourth, and Brighton Sister, Hillview Joe. Island Mercury, and I've Got Control. They're on up the backstretch, driving to the quarter. And a Springbrook Chip stepping out, leading now by 3.5. Hillview Kelly racing second. Lady Sunset driving on third. And DM Starboard is fourth. They're by the opening quarter, 30 3/5. Into the top turn. It is Springbrook Chip on top of 2.5. Hillview Kelly. Lady Sunset racing third. Then DM Starboard is fourth. They're by the 3/8 now, swinging off the top turn. On through the stretch, here they come racing to the half. Up front and cutting it out at Springbrook Chip. Hillview Kelly is second. Here comes Lady Sunset moving from third. DM Starboard fourth. Then it's Brighton Sister, Hillview Joe. Then Island Mercury and I've Got Control. The half was in 103 and 1. Round the turn they drive to the 5/8. Springbrook Chip still the leader. Lady Sunset outside racing second. Hillview Kelly third at the rail. DM Starboard follows cover fourth, tipping out 3 wide now. Then it's Brighton Sister, Hillview Joe, Island Mercury, I've Got Control. It's on to the 3/4 pole. Springbrook Chip takes him by that marker. 134 and 1. Top turn, Springbrook Chip. Now about 2.5 again. Hillview Kelly racing is second. Lady Sunset driving third. It is now Lady Sunset second. DM Starboard third, and Hillview Kelly has dropped to fourth. They swing for home, and it's all Springbrook Chip. She's on top by 2.5, 3 lengths. In deep stretch it's going to be Springbrook Chip. Springbrook Chip out the wire, then Lady Sunset, DM Starboard, Island Mercury, Hillview Kelly, Hillview Joe, Brighton Sister, and I've Got Control. Time for the mile, 2:06. Parading now, the winner of our second race, number 1, Springbrook Chip, brown mare. She's 6 years by Trooper Chip. From Deanne's Girl, she by Dear Old Pal. Owned and trained by Pat O'Donnell of St. John with Gilles Barrieau driving. It's the 8th winning trip this year for Springbrook Chip this afternoon in 2:06. Starters for the third behind the gate. Nellie Banks and Charlie Price, Lady Dennison with Brian Moore. Courageous Maud, Jimmy Smith, Susie Poosie, Gilles Barrieau. Rasputin Stream with Sean Shannon. LF Dorothy, Frankie Fagan, Treasured Moment, Lonnie Stokes. Miss Levy Road, Leroy Vincent. Here they come. They're off. Nellie Banks with the lead on the outside. Courageous Maud challenging is second. Moving to the rail and racing third, it is Lady Dennison. Susie Poosie has fourth. Around the turn, Nellie Banks holding that lead. Courageous Maud is going fourth. They're by the 8th and on up the backstretch for the quarter. And Nellie Banks with Courageous Maud hanging second. Lady Dennison right there third. Susie Poosie is fourth. Treasured Moment outside fifth. Rasputin's a Dream, then LF Dorothy. And trailing the field, Miss Levy Road by the opening quarter, 30 and 1/5, and they're into the top turn. Pacing with the lead, Nellie Banks. Courageous Maud has found the rail. She's racing second. Lady Dennison has a third. Susie Poosie is fourth. Off the top turn now, driving on through the stretch. They are racing to the half. Up front with the lead, Nellie Banks. Courageous Maud is second. Lady Dennison out challenging third. Susie Poosie fourth at the rail. Then Treasured Moment follow cover. Rasputin's Dream. Then it is LF Dorothy and Miss Levy Road, the half 101 and 3, and around the turn they go. Racing to the 5/8, Nellie Banks. Courageous Maud out again to challenge Susie Poosie up to third. Lady Dennison outside. Racing on fourth. Out 3 wide goes Treasured Moment, and out 4 wide goes LF Dorothy. They're driving to the 3/4, and Nellie Banks looking good. She's on top at 2.5. Nellie Banks the leader as they go racing by the 3/4, 132 and 4 into the top turn. Nellie Banks and Courageous Maud is second. On the outside driving third, it is now Susie Poosie. And they come on by the 7/8 Nellie Banks. Susie Poosie strong on the outside to second. Now Courageous Maud is third. And then up on the outside comes Rasputin's Dream. But it's going to be Nellie Banks and Susie Poosie. Nellie Banks, Susie Poosie at the line. And then in for third, Rasputin's Dream, Courageous Maud. LF Dorothy, Miss Levy Road, Lady Dennison, Treasured Moment. Time for the mile, 2:05 and 1. Parading now, the winner of the third, it's number 1, Nellie Banks. Baymare 4 years by Harrods. From Highland Nellie, she by Carrollton's Night. Owned by Mark Haig of St. John, trained and driven by Charlie Price. Win number 9 this year for Nellie Banks this afternoon, 2:05 and 1. And we are approaching the top of the stretch for the field of 7. There's Nuke's Fusion with Steve Mahar. Lone Water NG with Sean Shannon. Victor G and Brian Moore. Jenny Budd with John Davidson. Star Glint Hanover go at Hennessey. Blaze Down and Steve Mason. At COCAGNE Cover Boy with Jerry Gallant. Here they come. Nuke's Fusion on the run. They're off, Blaze Down, wings for the lead up on the inside. Jenny Budd's going fourth, and the red of the turn it is Blaze Down. Jenny Budd racing second, COCAGNE Cover Boy rushing up on the outside third. Lone Water NG is fourth at the rail, then Victor G. They're by the eighth pole. It's on up the backstretch for the quarter, and COCAGNE Cover Boy out winging forward. He grabs the top now. COCAGNE Cover Boy the leader, and Blaze Down racing second. Jenny Budd his third, Lone Water Angie is fourth, Victor G, then Star Glint Hanover, and Nuke's Fusion trailing the field at opening quarter, 31 and 2, racing round the top turn, pacing on top COCAGNE Cover Boy. Leads a length, Blaze Down up tight to second, then Jenny Budd his third. They're by the 3/8, tipping off the top turn now and through the stretch. Here they come. They are racing to the half. COCAGNE Cover Boy cuts it out. Blaze Down sitting pretty second. Victor G has come to third. Then racing a fourth, Star Glint Hanover, Nuke's Fusion, Lone Water Angie, and Jenny Budd trailing off stride by the half and 4 and 1, and they're into the turn. Racing to the 5/8. It's COCAGNE Cover Boy. Blaze Down racing second. Victor G has a third. Then Star Glint Hanover moving now from fourth. Nuke's Fusion and Lone Water Angie. On to the 3/4, COCAGNE Cover Boy holding his lead. Blaze Down racing second. Star Glint Hanover on the outside to third. Victor G is fourth. Nuke's Fusion fifth. Lone Water Angie. And they're by the 3/4 pole, 38 and 1. Top turn, COCAGNE Cover Boy still by a length. Star Glint Hanover strong on the outside. Blaze Down holding second. Star Glint Hanover racing third. Victor G right there fourth. Nuke's Fusion and Lone Water Angie. They swing for home, and it is COCAGNE Cover Boy. Blaze Down. Star Glint Hanover. Victor G comes up strong on the outside, but it's going to be COCAGNE Cover Boy. He wins it. Then Blaze Down and Victor G. Star Glint Hanover, Nuke's Fusion, Lone Water Angie still to come. Jenny Budd. Time for the mile, 2:10 and 1. And parading now the winner of our fourth race, number 7 COCAGNE Cover Boy. Bay Pacing Colt, 3 by Shuttle Mission from Weston Cover Girl. She by Cloud Cover. Entered by John Gallant of COCAGNE, trained by Hewlett Gallant. Jerry Gallant driving. The colt gets his second winning trip this season, this afternoon, to 10 and 1. Jerry Gallant, Time to Fight, John Davidson, Jim Jade, Rick Armstrong, Cocopelli, Steve Mahar, Paris Hustler, Rod Gogan, Edgewater Sembro, Bill Nicholson. Here they come. They're off. Comanche Fern pacing out on top and setting back. Ducks for Cover racing second at the rail. COCAGNE Robin is third. Edgewater Sambro winging up on the outside. Round the turn, Comanche Fern is out by 2. Sunny Mac is second. COCAGNE Robin third. Edgewater Sambro on the outside is fourth. Time to Fight is racing fifth. Then Jim Jade, Coco Pelli, and Paris Hustler. On to the quarter. Comanche Fern on top at Edgewater Sambro Park. Driving on the second, Sonny Mac is a third. Cocagne Robin is fourth by the opening quarter. At 32 seconds into the top turn, Comanche Fern. Edgewater Sambro Park hanging second, fighting for the top. Sonny Mac is racing third, and there goes Cocagne Robin off the rail to challenge from a fourth. Time to fight his fifth. They're off the top turn now and through the stretch. Here they come to the half, battling neck and neck for the top of the inside, Comanche Fern. On the outside, Edgewater Sambro. Sonny Mac third at the rail. Cocagne Robin follows cover fourth. Then time to fight Coco Pelli. Then it's Jim Jade and Paris Hustler. That half 104. Into the turn they drive to the 5/8, 5 in and 4 in and 4 out. Up front it is Comanche Fern, Edgewater Sambro. On the outside, lapped on the leader. Still parked. Cocagne Robin right there, swinging out 3 wide. Rushing on third. Sonny Mac looks for room. He's fourth. Then it's Cocapelli. Time to fight. Paris Hustler, Jim Jade. Now Cocagne Robin takes the top as they go by the 3/4 pole. 36 and 3. Top turn, Cocagne Robin. Out now by 2, Comanche Fern. Then Sonny Mac, Edgewater Sambro. Cocapelli, time to fight. Jim Jade, Paris Hustler at the head of the lane. It is Cocagne Robin pacing away from him. Cocagne Robin, Sonny Mac charging up strong second. Comanche Fern now third. Cocagne Robin, Sonny Mac strong though. Sonny Mac grabbing the top now at the line. It's Sonny Mac. Cocagne Robin. Time to fight Comanche Fern, Jim Jade, Paris Hustler, Edgewater Sambro, and Cocapelli. Time for the mile, 2:07 and 2. At parading now, the winner of our 5th race, number 2, Sonny Mac. Big gelding 6 years by McFarlane from Sundberg. She by Sundance Skipper. Owned by Joanne Davies of St. John, trained by John Davies with Brian Moore driving. Sonny Mac getting his 8th winning trip this year this afternoon to 7 and 2. Steve Mahar, Calhoun Clipper Steve Mason, Bellman's Dream Gilles Barrieau, Stargaze Time and Brian Moore, Forest Hill Rumpus Wayne Hubbard, Hughes Return with John Davidson, Hillview Islander with Bill Robertson, R.E.'s Joy and Sean Shannon. Here they come. They're off, and it's Calhoun Clipper taking them out of their Stargaze Time. Racing up on the outside second. In between them goes Bellman's Dream. And they're 3 wide into the turn. Up front it is Calhoun Clipper. Then up along the outside, Bellman's Dream to second. Hard Drive Hacker now third at the rail and 3 wide. Stargaze Time racing on to third, 3 wide. Neck at neck as they drive to the quarter. And it's Bellman's Dream to the top. Stargaze Time on the outside, racing second. Calhoun Clipper has a third. 2 leaders neck at now. Stargaze Time takes the top. He's the leader by the quarter, 31 and 3. Bellman's Dream on the outside, racing second, going for the lead again. And it's Bellman's Dream on top now. Stargaze Time second. Calhoun Clipper third. Hard Drive Hacker is fourth. Then Hughes Return racing fifth. Forest Hill Rumpus. R.E.'s Joey. They swing through the stretch. Racing on to the half. Bellman's Dream is in command. Leading by 2 lengths now. Stargaze Time is second. Here comes Hard Drive Hacker rushing third. Calhoun Clipper is fourth. Then Hughes Return. R.E.'s Joey. Forest Hill Rumpus and Hillview Islander. They're by the half. 104 and 1 round the turn. 4 in and 4 out. Up front it is Bellman's Dream. Then Hard Drive Hacker to second. At the rail, Stargaze Time third. Then to the outside, Hughes Return. Racing on from fourth. Calhoun Clipper is fifth. Going to the outside, 3 wide, Hillview Islander. R.E.'s Joey, Forest Hill Rumpus trailing. And it's on to the 3/4 pole, and by that marker in 137, top turn, Bellman's Dream. Leading by a length, and on the outside, Hard Drive Hacker pressing hard second. Stargaze Time is third. Hughes Return right there fourth. Hillview Islander is fifth, and they're heading home now. Pacing with the lead, Bellman's Dream. Hard Drive Hacker is second. Stargaze Time, Hughes Return, Hillview Islander, but it's going to be Belnon's Dream to win this one, and it is Belnon's Dream, then Hughes Return, Stargaze Time, Hard Drive Hacker, Hillview Islander. Time for the mile, 2:09. At Paretic now, the winner of our sixth race, number 3, Belnon's Dream. Bay pacing gelding, he's 8 years by Wavor. From Sabinetta, C by Sabanero. Owned and trained by Bernie Charlton of Dartmouth. Gilles Barrieau driving. Win number 9 this year for Belnon's Dream this afternoon in 2:09. In behind the gate, they're approaching the top of the stretch field of 8. Ruthless Attitude with Rick Armstrong, Haggis and Steve Mahar. Swing and Sue down with Charlie Price. True Bell down, Steve Mason. Ren Rag Jean with Doug Falcons. Fame's Fashion, Lottie Stokes. Riverside Marcy, Jill Barrio, and Exeter Romar, John Davidson. Here they come. They're off and rushing for the top. Ruthless Attitude in along the rail and Swing and Sue down. Going forward on the outside. Fame's Fashion winging up on the outside. Haggis is third. Fame's Fashion fourth. True Bell down his fifth. They go by the 8th pole up the backstretch neck at neck for the top. And now on the outside, Swing and Sue down. Ruthless Attitude racing second. Then Haggis is third. Fame's Fashion found the rail fourth. True Bell down, Riverside Marcy, Renrag G and Exeter Romar, and they're by the opening quarter, 30 seconds. Racing into the top turn, it's Swing and Sue down, showing the way. Ruthless Attitude second. Haggis racing third. Fame's Fashion is fourth. Riverside Marcy moving up on the outside, and there goes Haggis off the rail to challenge from third. And they're driving through the stretch now, racing on to the half. Swing and Sue down with the lead. On the outside, Haggis driving second at the leader's wheel. Then following cover, Riverside Marcy, Ruthless Attitude, Fame's Fashion, Renrag Jean, True Bell down, and Exeter Romar trailing. They were by that half, 102. Out of the turn, they drive to the 5/8 now at a Swing and Sue down. Haggis outer wheel racing second. Ruthless Attitude third at the rail. Riverside Marcy outside driving fourth, going on to third. Ruthless Attitude now fourth. Renrag Genus outside fifth. Fame's Fashion locked in. True Bell down. And the trailer Exeter Romar. And they drive to the 3/4 pole. Haggis takes them by there in 134. Top turn Haggis. Out now by 3. Swing and Sue down. Spent. Up on the outside, Riverside Marcy challenging to second. Swing and Sue down. Drops to third. They hit the head of the lane. It's all Haggis. She's on top by 4. Heading home, Haggis by herself. Then Riverside Marcy now second. Swing and Sue down. Renrag Jean. As they come to the line, it's going to be Haggis all alone. And a battle on for second. Ruthless Attitude, Riverside Marcy, and Renrag Jean. The time for the mile, 2:06 and 3. And for Reading now, the winner of the 7th race, number 2, Haggis, Baymare 4 years. She's by Rebel Blue Chip from Sky Glen Frigus. She by Curtis Hanover. On but Debbie Mahar of St. John, trained by Wayne Mahar, Steve Mahar driving. It's the 7th winning trip this year for Haggis this afternoon, 2:06 and 3. The starters for the 8th race moving in behind the gate. Gate is moving, approaching the top of the stretch with Sit and Wave and Sean Shannon. J.L. Cook, Tim Mercetti, All She Wrote, Brian Moore. Savvy's Advantage, Doug Falcons, OMAHA Gambler, Jill Barrieau. Jimmy and Steve Mahar. Becker, Drummond, Gord, Hennessey, Miss Speedy Spud, Lottie Stokes. Here they come. They're often battling for the top. Savvy's Advantage has it. And along the rail, Sit and Wave now moves to the top. Savvy's Advantage racing a second. All She Wrote third at the rail. Omaha Gambler drives up. He goes to a third. All She Wrote now fourth. Up the backstretch, Sit and Wave cuts it out, and Omaha Gambler going for it. Of course, he's now second. Omaha Gambler winging for the top, and he's going to get there. Omaha Gambler the leader by the opening quarter in 30 2/5. Top turn it is Omaha Gambler. Sit and Wave is second. Savvy's Advantage third. All She Wrote is fourth. J.L. Cook moving fifth. Miss Speedy, Spud, Becker, Drummond, and Jimmy's on the run. They swing off the top turn. Through the stretch they come driving to the half, and it's Omaha Gambler in command. Sit and Wave racing is second. Savvy's Advantage is third. J.L. Cook is on the outside fourth at the rail. All She Wrote. Then Miss Speedy, Spud, Becker, Drummond half. 101 at 1. They're into the turn now and driving to the 5/8. Omaha Gambler shows the way. Out by 2, Sit and Wave. Racing is second. Then we go to Savvy's Advantage and All She Wrote. J.L. Cook, Becker, Drummond, Miss Speedy, Spud. Up the backstretch for the 3/4. Still Omaha Gambler by 2. Sit and Wave racing a second, feeding though. Savvy's Advantage driving a third. They are by the 3/4 pole. Past that marker, 132 3. Top turn, Omaha Gambler. Out now by 6. He's moving away from him. Omaha Gambler on alone. Then All She Wrote up to second. Sit and Wave fading third at the head of the lane. It is all Omaha Gambler. Moving away from him, Omaha Gambler coming up on the outside to second. Looks like a Becker Drummond. And at the line, it's going to be Omaha Gambler, his 19th winning trip this year. Then Becker Drummond, All She Wrote, Savvy's Advantage, Sit and Wave. Then Miss Speedy, Spud, J.L. Cook. Time for the mile, 2:04 and 3. And parading now, our winningest racehorse at EPR. Number 5, Omaha Gambler, Bay Pacing gelding 8 by Armbro Omaha from Chestnut Hill. She by Albatross, owned by George Maillet of Moncton, trained by Mike Morris. Jill Barrieau driving. The horse gets his 19th winning trip this season this afternoon, 2:04 and 3. For the 9th, approaching top of the stretch, Noble Chance, Brian Moore, Tarport, Sarah Beth, Lonnie Stokes. Tough Ender, Steve Mahar, West Pointer, John Davidson, Chatham Knight, Gord Hennessey. Provisions to Win, Gilles Barrieau, Rambo Derby, Tim Mercetti, Cocan Henry T, Jerry Gallant. Here they come. They're off. Tarport, Sarah Beth takes them out of their West Pointer going for it, and in along the rail, Noble Chance. He's racing a third. Tough Ender gets away fourth. Chatham Knight is fifth. Provisions to Win, Cocan Henry T, and Rambo Derby. By the 8th pole, they're up the backstretch. West Pointer takes the lead by a length and a half. Then Tarport, Sarah Beth racing is second. Noble Chance is third. Tough Ender fourth. Chatham Knight racing fifth. Provisions to Win, Rambo Derby, Cocan Henry T. West Pointer takes them by the opening quarter. 30 3/5 into the top turn, West Pointer. Tarport, Sarah Beth, that's Chatham Knight on the move from fourth and going on. He's now third and going after the leaders as they swing on by the 3/8 pole. They're off the top turn. Driving through the stretch to the half, West Pointer, Chatham Knight now second. Tarport, Sarah Beth is third. Noble Chance out follows cover is now fourth, going on to third. Tarport, Sarah Beth, and it's Chatham Knight, the leader, as they go racing up by the half in 1:02 and 2. Head of the turn, they drive to the 5/8, Chatham Knight and West Pointer. Then Noble Chance, and along the rail, Tarport, Sarah Beth. Tough Ender fifth, then Rambo Derby, Provisions to Win, Cocan Henry T. Up the backstretch to the 3/4, Chatham Knight a length and a half. West Pointer racing second, Tarport, Sarah Beth is third. Tough Ender out of fourth, Noble Chance fading fifth. Provisions to Win, Then Rambo Derby, Cocagne Henry T, 133 and 3. By the 3/4, Chatham Knight leads into the turn. Tarport Sarah Beth, she comes up strong on the outside. She is now second and coming on. West Pointer racing third, Tough Bender fourth. Heading home it is Chatham Knight and Tarport Sarah Beth coming to him. West Pointer racing third. Chatham Knight, Tarport Sarah Beth. But it's going to be Chatham Knight to win it, and he does. Chatham Knight, Tarport Sarah Beth, West Pointer, Tough Bender. Provisions to win, Cocagne Henry T, Noble Chance, and Rambo Derby. Time for the mile, 2, 4, and 3. Rating now, the winner of our ninth race, it's number 5, Chatham Knight. Black pacing colt, 3 years, but Chatham Knight from Who's to Question. She by Horton Hanover. On by Ken Fram of Moncton, and trained by Earl Fram. Gordy Hennessey driving. Win number 5 this year for Chatham Knight this afternoon, 2, 4, and 3. Now the starters for the 10th moving in behind the gate. The gate is moving. Approaching the top of the stretch, 8 starters. We've after the laughter with Brian Moore. What a High Hope, Gilles Barrieau. Miss Tahoe, Tony Watson. Twinbee John Boy, Lottie Stokes. Lighting and Gordy Hennessey. Sammy Motoring with Frankie Fagan. For Men Only with Steve Mahar. Audrey's Albert, John Davidson. Here they come. They're off. What a High Hope, grabbing the top, and Lighting's going for it. After the laughter racing third. Head of the turn, Lighting shows on top now. Takes the lead. On top of length, What a High Hope racing second. After the laughter, his third. Miss Tahoe racing fourth. Twinbee John Boy by the 8th up the backstretch on to the quarter now. And there goes What a High Hope for the top. He's there. What a High Hope now, the leader. Lighting is second. After the laughter racing third. Miss Tahoe is fourth. Twinbee John Boy, that's Sammy Motoring, moving on to 5th. Quarter 31 and 2. Then Twinbee John Boy. For Men Only is on the move. And Audrey's Albert trailing the field as they swing around the top turn, coming to the 3/8 pole. And What a High Hope has the top. Lighting is second, and after the laughter's out moving now, rushing from third. Swinging through the stretch, here they come to the half. What a High Hope shows the way. After the laughter, up on the outside, now second. Lighting is third. On the outside, Sammy Motoring fourth. Miss Tahoe, For Men Only. Twinbee John Boy. Then Audrey's Albert, half, 103 and 2. Out of the turn they go for the 5/8, and it is What a High Hope. After the laughter now second, he's at the leader's wheel, inching up. Lighting third at the rail, Sammy Motoring outside fourth. Then Miss Tahoe on to the 3/4. What a High Hope, the leader, he's well in hand after the laughter. Lighting, Sammy Motoring, Miss Tahoe for Men Only, Twinbee John Boy. Audrey's Albert, 34 and 1 by the 3/4 pole. Top turn, What a High Hope, leading by 2.5. They're coming to him, though. At the head of the lane, it is What a High Hope. After the laughter, racing second, swinging wide for Men Only coming on. In deep stretch, it is What a High Hope. Then for Men Only, and Gilles Barrieau's 4th winner this afternoon. What a High Hope for Men Only after the laughter. Then Sammy Motoring, Miss Tahoe, Lighting, Twinbee John Boy, Audrey's Albert. Time for the mile. 2-5. And parading now, the winner of the 10th race, number 2, What a High Hope. Round pacing gelding, he's 5 years, by Stargaze Hanover from Tennessee Minis. She by Raven Hanover. Home by Clarence LeBlanc of Dieppe, trained by Mike Morris. Gilles Barrieau's 4th winner this afternoon. And What a High Hope steps to his 10th winning trip this year. Winning this afternoon at 2:05.
Gilles, the first trip back to the winner's circle for this horse, and in a little stretch, how's he been responding? He seems to be coming along pretty good from week to week.
Well, he's not going to be the same horse he was because he's had a few problems here, and he's just starting to get pretty second-handed. You kind of be careful with him, especially today. The track's real icy, and he He raced real good considering the conditions.
205 is a pretty good mile over this track.
Well, he could have gone a little more, but I mean, you just have to go where you have to win, like, you know.
Congratulations to you, 4 wins on the day. Another big day for you.
Yeah, stock's good today.
Gilles Barrieau, another winning drive, 205 with What a High Hope here this afternoon, and he took a look over his shoulder there at the head of the stretch. They weren't coming quite hard enough to catch him, and 4 wins on the day. Barrieau just continuing to tear up the competition here at Exhibition Park in St. John, and he'll be back in the bike before the afternoon's over.
Top of the stretch, Mystic Ideal and Steve Mahar, Double Jeopardy Doug Falcons, Big C Westfall with John Davidson, Flying Horse Lonnie Stokes, West River again with Frankie Fagan, Crossland Tim Mercetti, American Image Brian Moore, Bounding Basque with Gordy Hennessey. Here they come. They're off and driving to the top of his Double Jeopardy. That's West River again, trailing off stride. Head of the turn, Double Jeopardy, pacing with the lead and Flying Horse. He got away second, Crossland. Wings up on the outside, racing third. Mystic Ideal is fourth. Big C Westfall is fifth. American Image. Bounding Basque. Far back out of contention, West River again. They're on to the quarter, and Double Jeopardy shows the way, leading by a length and a quarter. Up on the outside, Crossland Park to second, Flying Horse third, Mystic Ideal is fourth by the opening quarter, 32-1. They're racing into the top turn, showing the way Double Jeopardy, Flying Horse back to second, Crossland hanging third, Mystic Ideal is fourth at the rail, Bounding Basque outside is fifth. Now they swing off the top turn. Here they come through the stretch, racing to the half. It's Double Jeopardy cutting it out. Flying Horse racing a second, and hanging third, Crossland. Behind him with cover Bounding Basque, Mystic Ideal at the rail. Big C Westfall, American Image, the half, 104-2. Out of the turn now, they go for the 5/8. Pacing with the lead, Double Jeopardy, Flying Horse, sitting pretty second. On the outside, hanging third, it is Crossland, tipping out 3 wide. There goes Bounding Basque, racing on fourth and going on. Up the back stretch to the 3/4. Double Jeopardy holding that lead. Flying Horse holding second. Mystic Ideal moving up along the inside. He's now third. Then Crossland fourth. At 137 by the 3/4 pole. Into the top turn, it is still Double Jeopardy. Flying Horse still sitting pretty, racing a second. Mystic Ideal has a third. And Big C Westfall is now fourth. At the head of the lane, Double Jeopardy, and here comes Flying Horse. Out of the 2-hole to challenge. Double Jeopardy, Flying Horse coming to him. Mystic Ideal third. Going to be tight at the line. Too tight to call between Double Jeopardy and Flying Horse. Then Mystic Ideal, Big C Westfall, American Image, Crossland. Bounding Basque, and still to come. West River again, time for the mile, 2:08-2. And parading now, winner in a photo of the 12th race, number 4, Flying Horse. Bay Pacing gelding 4 by Paris Dexter. From Glengall Roxy, she by Dominion Bird. Owned by Joe Gorman of St. John, trained and driven by Lonnie Stokes. Win number 6 this year for Flying Horse this afternoon, 2:08-2.